Hey y'all, so I'm out in the garden today. I hope you guys had a very nice Easter. It's been a couple of weeks since I did a garden tour, so I'm going to be doing one today. We do have a lot blooming, and our onions, we planted about 75 onions and they are already growing. So that will supply Tommy and I with our average onion usage for the year. So let's get started on this garden tour. All right, so I'm going to start over here with my big boy tomatoes and then my cherry tomatoes. Got some flowers on there, another big boy and another cherry. Coming over here to the gardenias, we have some of the gardenias starting to open. That one's starting to open, and this one opened a couple of days ago. These have a really nice smell to them. So if you've never grown gardenias, you should consider it. They really smell great. Tommy's over there working on the golf cart. This is the Confederate Rose Hibiscus. It won't get flowers probably until October, although sometimes it will get flowers at other times of the year. And I was asked why I have a giant saw blade. I'll tell you about that in the end of the video. So over here we have some onions, some habanero, some cucumbers. Some are doing better than others, as you can see. Got some sort of a fungus growing here, but that's okay. That happens when you have wood. We've got onions dotting through here. Thankfully the chickens haven't dug them up. And another cucumber. On this side over here, we have a yellow bell pepper and some squash. Again, some are doing better than others. Little bitty and much bigger. And you can see there's some little baby squash starting, or little flowers actually. And then we've got 2 green bell peppers here. And I've got 1 bell pepper that, yep, that's what I thought. Something got hold of my little bell pepper, so let's go ahead and give that one to the chickens. You guys want a bell pepper? Okay, it's in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll find it. So here's the cannas. They're starting to get a lot bigger. Right there you can see that one has started blooming. And on this side, same story. They're getting much taller. And one of them is blooming. So most of these are red. And there's either a yellow one or an orange one somewhere in that area there. The blue potato bush, which I always hope every year will bloom. Hopefully it will this year. There's a yellow daylily here, and it did have flowers on it, but they have dropped off. It'll get some more. Here's the bed that my wash machine gray water dumps into, which is why there's nothing edible planted here. The Confederate Rose Hibiscus is wilting because it was pretty hot today. But I'm going to water all this in a minute and it'll be fine. It's a lantana, which is getting pretty big. It attracts all the butterflies. My fig tree, which we planted over a year ago. It's doing well. You can see a little baby fig right there. I think we got 2 or 3 figs off this last year. Not enough to make fig Newtons, that's for sure. There's a baby right there. 2 of them actually. My verbena survived being transplanted. The chickens no longer mess with it since I piled all this flagstone around it. The ants, on the other hand, have started to make a bed right here, so we're going to have to put some diatomaceous earth on here to get rid of those. And for those of you that want a baby chicken update, there they are. Let's see, let's open the door. Y'all gonna run away because I opened the door? Alright, well, they are getting a lot bigger and a lot messier. They're about 8 weeks old now. Over here, we've got onions, lots of onions, and I planted another batch of onions, and you can see one, maybe you can see one's coming up here. The chickens had dug some of them up. I'm gonna have to stick those back in the ground. But you can see that one is growing. Then over here, still waiting for that one lily to come up. Maybe some of these will get a lily this year too. But so far, only one in this area here has bloomed in the couple of years since we planted all of this, or actually transplanted all this here from the front yard. Check on the fish now. Haven't had a lot of action on the hummingbird feeders. I'm hearing other people say the exact same thing, but we do still have them up. And ferns are doing well. For those of you that ask how the fish are doing, as you can see, they are happily swimming around in their pond. I need to get the net and clean it out. They're doing good. There was a frog in the middle until I came up, and then it hopped off into the water. That's why that's there, for the birds and the frogs. We're back here by the air conditioner, but here's the shrimp plant. This thing grows like crazy here. You can see what size the flowers are compared to my hand. My hydrangea is starting to bloom. Getting lots of flowers. Looks like they're going to be a pinkish color this year. I was in the middle of cleaning the barbecue pit, so ignore that, but my ferns are doing well. My orange tree is doing good. Got a lemon. I call this an orange tree. This is the lemon. This is a Meyer lemon. I've got a lemon growing there. And over here is my Christmas cactus. It's doing well. And this is the orange. The orange is a Olinda Valencia orange. And it's doing fine right here. It's shaded right now, but most of the day it is not shaded. This is a wax. Okay, now I can't remember what it's called. I dug this thing up and I need to get more dirt in there. And I'll put the name up on the screen as soon as it comes to my mind. This one is an azalea. And it's doing great in this pot. We've got my rosemary, which I clip off and dry. That oleander is coming back that I had dug up because the chickens would not leave it alone. We've got petunias blooming. The rose bush that I thought was dead is doing okay. Here's another azalea that I had dug up because the chickens kept uprooting that. It's doing really good in that big pot. Here's the Wandering Jew. I know some apps call it Purple Heart, so whatever you prefer to call it. My petunias are doing good. And then this one is a red bell pepper. Yeah, red bell pepper. Another Purple Heart or Wandering Jew. And more petunia. I'm saving these for my daughter. That's why I left it there. We've got an entrapment lily here that's not blooming yet. We've got an ivy on the front porch. And another fern. And this fern is going on 2 or 3 years now. I need to split that one up. Then we have my herbs up here. My sage. This one is not doing very good, so I'm going to find something else to go in here. Same with that one down there. Probably just flowers. I forget to water them, I'm going to be honest. And this is very hot right here, which the sage doesn't mind. And what is this? Looks almost like cilantro. I think it is cilantro. So, or it's maybe parsley. See, I can't rely on these because I put those there to keep the cat from laying in here along with that. So what does this one say? Dill. It's not dill. So this is a mystery for now. We'll see. Anyway, I think I'm going to replant these two right here with some petunias. They'll look pretty spilling over the side. So that's pretty much it for today's garden tour. As far as why I have a giant saw blade in my front yard, on the front it says our name and our address. And I come from a long line of lumberjacks, lumbermen, woodsmen, whatever you want to call them, going back to at least my great-grandfather. And they were working for lumber companies in East Texas, up near the Alabama Coshada Indian Reservation, up in that area. If you wanted to look on a map, look for Livingston. That's living between Livingston and Woodville. That was the area that a lot of that went on. But I still have family members that are in the industry, and one cousin that works at a sawmill, manages a sawmill, told me he had one of those blades available, and we went out to, I want to say it's Plantersville, and picked one up and brought it back here. So we made it into a yard sign for our address. So that's why I have a giant saw blade in my yard. As far as what we choose to plant, Tommy and I don't eat beets. You know, I eat some radishes in a salad. Tommy doesn't. He doesn't like carrots. So I tend to plant mostly the things that we eat on a regular basis, which we eat a cucumber every day. We eat tomatoes almost every day. You know, we eat peppers. So those are the things that I tend to plant, because everyone's like, well, when I'm starting a garden, what should I plant? Well, plant what you eat. If there's no point in planting something that you're not going to eat. And I like to take, I make something called calabacitas, where you cook squash and onions, and in the end it's going to have cheese and garlic and salt and pepper and everything in it. So we grow squash for that reason. So grow whatever it is that you want to eat, and if you have excess, you can give it away, or you can can it, freeze it, whatever, dehydrate it, whatever you choose to do with your excess. But for the most part, I grow a little bit of flowers, a little bit of just normal, plants that aren't flowering, and then some vegetables. Some people call that a kitchen garden or a potager garden. Um, I am not commercial farming here, and I'm not farming to sell to other people in any way, shape, or form. I will trade somebody or give away excess. Like if we have a lot of squash, then I will end up giving some away. But for the most part, I just grow enough for 2 people to eat. And with the 75 onions, and I think I've got 6 cucumber plants, and like 4 squash plants, and 5 tomato plants, and then I've got the 4 bell pepper plants. We should be good for the year on all of that. Now, do I save any money on groceries? Not that much. You wouldn't save that much if you're having to start out, no, because you've got to build the beds and add the soil and get the amendments in there. So in the beginning, you are not going to see a savings, but in the long run, yes, because like I said in another video, bell peppers can be $1 a piece. Those things are expensive, and we eat a lot of Cajun dishes that have bell peppers in them, bell peppers and onions. So anyway, I don't know what to tell you to put in your garden. I can just show you what I have in mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's garden tour. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I'm happy to answer any questions. I still have the other 7 chickens, and now the 5 baby chickens. That makes 12. And within the next week, Tommy and I are going out to look at some more property that we have found that might be our future home. Because as most of you who've been around here a while know, we do want more land. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next video.